Hi, welcome back. It's Carolyn here with this week's Swiss travel tip. And today I wanted to talk to you about accommodation. So, when you're thinking about booking your trip to Switzerland, you're probably wondering what sort of accommodation is available. And there's a huge range, everything from hotels to hostels to self-catering apartments, B&Bs, everything, guest houses, even camping, and even quite unique options like glamping. You can stay in an igloo over winter. You might like to stay in a former prison or sleep on straw in a farmer's barn. There's an endless amount of different accommodation options that you can choose from. If you're wondering how early you need to book your accommodation, that kind of depends on if you have any special requirements or not. If you're not really too fussed and your accommodation is just somewhere for you to sleep overnight, you can probably leave it till a few weeks before you travel and you'll find something suitable. However, if you have specific requirements, you do really need to book well in advance. When I say specific requirements, these are things like if you need an elevator because you have mobility issues, or if you want to ensure that you're staying close to the train station. Perhaps you need a family room or an interconnecting room, or maybe you want to stay somewhere that has a swimming pool. These sort of places book out well in advance. Now, another thing to think about is air conditioning. And you might think Switzerland, it's a mountainous country, it wouldn't get too hot, so why would I worry about air conditioning? But believe me, it can get very hot in the summer months, June, July and August. I've been in Switzerland when it's been 100 degrees Fahrenheit or hotter, and if you don't have air conditioning, it can be quite uncomfortable. So if you're travelling during these months, I would definitely consider looking for accommodation with air conditioning. If you are travelling around by public transport and you're not staying close to the station, you might want a hotel or some accommodation that offers a free, pickup from the station, so that you don't have to walk the distance with your luggage. Or if you're driving around Switzerland, you might want somewhere that has on-site parking or has an arrangement with a parking garage so that you don't have to look for somewhere out on the street to park your vehicle. So smaller towns and villages obviously are going to have fewer options when it comes to accommodation. So if there's a particular village that you want to stay in, definitely book as far ahead as you can. One little thing that I find quite interesting, and you might find it amusing as well, is it's kind of a European tradition, and this applies in Switzerland as well, that if you book a double room, rather than getting one large bed with one large mattress and one large duvet, you'll often get one large bed with two single mattresses on it pushed together and two duvets. And I think the first time that you see this when you're in Europe, you think, oh, that's a bit strange, but it's just the way it is, and obviously you get used to it. But I just thought I'd mention it. It's quite interesting and something to keep an eye out for. On our website and on the podcast, we have lots of information about accommodation in Switzerland. We've got some hotel reviews from places that I've stayed at myself, and we've got lots of information on the different styles of accommodation that you can choose from. There's even castle hotels, there's hotels with infinity pools. So there's a huge range of different accommodation, as I mentioned earlier, and the articles on the website go through those in more detail. I'll include the links in the comments, so do go and take a look at those and have a look at listen to our podcast episode on accommodation in Switzerland as well. Thanks for joining me this week, and I'll be back again next week with another Swiss travel tip.